Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Wantless, where I have reconfigured some things on account of our shiny new coat, which as you can see is giving us quite a lot of extra discipline indeed. I have turned the Snapping Wasp Horror Missile into a 0 cooldown skill, so we'll have it available every turn. We shouldn't have any awkward downturns where we can't really hit enemies at range anymore. I did some fiddling around with some of our other stuff. I put that legendary inner form on underneath our heal because it does just reduce the cost, the discipline cost very slightly. That's just like free points. I did notice it was something I didn't realize when we initially found this. It has an extra effect slot relative to most other things. So we could plug 4 effects into this. I don't really know what to do with it right now, and obviously we're running pretty close to the line as it is. But yeah, this is really spectacular. I'm very impressed with it. Yeah, I'm very excited to have this available every turn, and I built us a vessel for our mark. So this is just kind of like a general debuffing skill. 3 AP, 1 cooldown, but this gives us a way of applying mark in case we need it so that we can, benefit from the things that it does. I did also build the massive gust skill, but as you can see here, it does require 666 discipline to run on the bar, and we just don't have the room under our cap right now, not with all the other changes I made. When it comes time, we could, if we really need that, like we're trying to take out somebody's addiction or whatever, we could just pull the narco dart or something else. We could make it work. Honestly, the buckler harvest is maybe a thing worth considering on that, because I don't know, it's getting less and less common that we're casting this on both of our summons at the same time, right? Well, whatever. We'll see. So we have the ability now to sail further on. But I was looking at our patience real quick here. Since you are supposed to have access to better patience at this new tier. And while most of them were pretty unimpressive, I did think Seraphica Campbell, obviously, obsessing a burning ire is risky business. But it's a pretty good set of rewards there. I mean, I don't like these things as much, but really what I mean is the raw numbers here are pretty good. I suppose we can expect our rewards to be better in the place we're about to sail to as well, though. Maybe we should just get a move on. We can always come back. Yeah, let's just head out to yeah, we don't have access to the unique patience here or anything. Let's just head out to Hark. Let's just move on. We will try out our new skills down the river a little bit. I'm sure we're going to have to gather reputation here as well. Awfully quiet here, isn't it? And yet we'll need to make our presence known if we want someone to bother lifting the lock. Dealer, would you spread the word some? We want to leave as swiftly as possible. I'll put on my marketing face. Alright, so is it just a standard reputation thing? Yep, it sure is. Alright, dealer, what do you got for me? Wow, okay. Cure 5. What is my current cure is discipline weight 4. That's pretty serious. And it does reduce the discipline weight, discipline cost somewhat. It's expensive, but it is also the kind of thing that I want. I might pick this up. 159 HP for 3 turns. Yeah, this is... I would rather just have the cure, the direct cure. What else do we have around here? A blue fragilized 2. Clearing at least 4 tile effects causes you to swell. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's really cheap too. We're gonna buy that for sure. I don't think I'm gonna bother buying this fragilized 2, but it is interesting. But I am gonna buy this. That's most of our tokens, but dealer, would you please be serious? Yeah, I think that's well worth having. Quaking. That is a very impressive form. I'm a little worried about all of the very fancy stuff he's showing to us. How tough are these patients? Okay, we're starting to see tier 4s. Not a lot of spectacular... I guess these are pretty good. These are pretty good form synapses. But the rewards are very significant. Alright, do y'all have anything exciting? Seen a lot of those heal punch gauntlets. That's pretty exciting. So we have a base quality. Ooh, a rogue automaton. I wonder what separates the rogue from the other melee automatons. I kind of want to do this one just to find out. Obsess the patient's cynicism. That's a tier 4, so it'd be a good learning experience, good rewards, and I do want this rogue body just, if only just to find out. So yeah, let's try it. This is a tier 4. Maybe we won't be able to pull it off, but we have nothing to lose in this place. And that's a healthy way to think of it, right? Finally got around to upgrading the depth driver again. Okay, yeah, we're definitely not going all the way down there. So I would like to pull... Honestly, there's just the one reward that I want. I might... Let's take it easy. Let's do this the simplest and straightest way possible. Just for the sake of, gauging what tier 4 combat feels like. Dark thoughts, bad ideas, lesser inner selves. Their viciousness is subjective. No, hey, we know this. We know about a little cynicism. And what is that you got with you? You got a blight and a reject. Okay. Well, obviously there's some value in just like running over here and doing a flick. Although I guess the thing would explode in this tile, so I would still take damage there. Do I want... I mean, I don't know that I want to get particularly fancy. If I flick this, I think it would explode in this tile, setting off both of them, which would be pretty cool, actually. If I threw a pillar up right here, it would be safe from all of the explosions. But it's so hard to know what all the enemies are going to do. I mean, whatever. We got to get it started at some point, right? And then, you know what? Maybe I just put up the ranger and set up the buckler on the two of us, and let's see what all happens. That one has definitely killed itself. Okay, apparently what all happens is my ranger gets murked immediately. Oh, just a tiny bit of debasement here. There used to be a debate among the transposer community about whether debasement could fully be extracted from the afflicted mind. or whether its temporary presence would have already corrupted the entire spirit, regardless of its obsession. Lays eggs, and it's a foul eater, so I'm assuming it's able to, like, consume gross tile effects and stuff. Okay, well that's a very annoying thing to have happened there. Let's throw out our missile. Just cook you. And then teleport to here. This guy's definitely dead to the summon. So I think I'll just leave it there without giving too much AP to anybody else. Way to just absolutely detonate on landing. I mean, I'm getting a lot of good value out of having cast those thorns, right? That turns out to have been very worthwhile. A slow is not such a big deal. Gosh, I really... Wow, that debasement is powerful. I am a bit surprised. So if I kill you... I could go like 1, 2... Drop the missile here, which I think is well worth it. And then we could run down there, but I definitely... I think I want to just fall back, honestly. And once again, what I'd really like to do, just like the last time we fought a cynicism, is get up to there. Alright, thanks for the block. Never mind. These enemies have ranged attacks. And also power now, which is a problem. Do I want to be sure that I kill you now? You don't have a death explosion. I think I might do the awakened version of this. Just remember, we have a significant bonus to the amount of awakening generated by the amount of awareness generated by skills that are awakened. And yeah, I think I just run for cover up here, as much as that is just like feeding everybody maximum AP. Because we really do want to take up a spot up here. Wow, they are really laying it on. This might be too many summons. You know? This might be more summons than you should be allowed to have. Sadly, because the Intoxicate does not deal immediate damage, it does not set off the thorns. Yeah, this is looking pretty bad as far as survival goes. All right, the good news is got another pretty decent This barrel is actually making it very difficult to cast the pretty decent horror missile. I can step up to here and cast it right there. Yeah, it's just like the amount of damage that you have to deal to have any hope of just keeping up with the spawns, much less actually having time to deal damage to the boss, is pretty bananas. It does not feel right. It feels like a cruel joke. Okay, we're gonna have a couple more enemies die here. That was probably unnecessary. That was compelling. That's a decent amount of damage. Yeah, man. The fact that the summon boss summons enemies who summon enemies who summon enemies is maybe like a little overcommitted to the bit. I really, really like having that available every turn, I'll tell you that. That's super good. So I should try to spend 3 more AP. I could just hit this guy with the mark. So the fact that we have a mark now allows me to push my teammates to focus a little bit, which is cool. This guy's already probably dead. I'm going to heal myself. And then just take a step, maxing you out. Alright, that'll be a kill there. Barriers for everybody. And hopefully you'll kill that guy and then this egg. Oh no, that guy didn't go down in 1. That's ridiculous. He survived with like half an HP. Alright, well this thing's not long for this world in any case. Alright, and the slow on our totem obviously doesn't matter. Yo, maybe you shouldn't be allowed to summon enemies directly inside of my formation. That seems unfair. These guys are going to explode when they die, which is super annoying. Wow, they actually have a shit ton of health, too. Holy crap, that is way more than I was expecting. Alright, well, to have the opportunity to actually kill them, I think I do have to hit them. As annoying as that is. And then I need to spend 1 more AP. I don't really want to. Well, you know what? He's gonna get AP when the things die. Actually, I don't need to. Right, that'll gain us some AP there. All right, excellent work. And then that one too. And we're catching up. Little by little. I wish there wasn't so much garbage all over the ground. All right, so the Ode to Danger is coming out. I'm debating whether I want to put down another pillar this turn, whether that's the move. If I go here and I pillar like, I guess I would want to, oh, right. Moving around in the foul ground really sucks. Well, I can teleport. Trying to avoid taking his aura hits too many times. But I do kind of have to commit to the middle of the arena if I want to cast a pillar in a position where it's actually going to be able to harm him. And when I do that, I'm not going to get very much play out of it, right? It's going to just get unsummoned pretty quickly. But we got to start somewhere. Do I remember? No, I don't have any of the fill-ins here, despite the fact that I've seen all the abilities. Because I don't remember which one Ode to Danger is. Yeah, this is rough. A lot of these enemies are weak to fear damage, at least. So if I want to summon in a place where it's going to matter, I could like move to here, summon there, but then I only have 1 AP for getting back. God, the ground befouling really sucks. I could... And I really don't want to tack too far that way. Like, we got to get to that Mania Breeder at some point, right? You know what? I'm just spending a whole turn running. Hate that for me. Shouldn't have teleported in that direction anyway. I was thinking, you know, I could get clear of the enemies a little bit and put myself in a position to get some other stuff done, but that was simply never going to happen. Okay, hopefully he can't summon another debasement. Because if he can, I'm doomed. Yeah, maybe I just put down... Maybe I just put down a pillar right here. I need to get over here close enough to kill this thing. But because of where this guy's standing, I guess I could, like, flick him. He's going to get a million swells. Yeah, I'm still going to do it. And we're going to step forward to... I'm trying to figure out, like, I think I want to drop the pillar here. So I'm going to step forward to here, pillar, and hope that it survives. Certainly no guarantee that will occur. But, wow, no, never mind. 646 damage, huh? That's what we're saying that attack does. Yeah, okay. I'm going to just tap out here. I think there's no universe in which we can win this fight. Okay, he can summon more debasements. No, not that. I would like to... Isn't there there's a button that lets us leave, right? Maybe I have to wait to get disrupted. Alright, well, I should have done this first, I guess. Disrupt me, you cowards! Yeah, these things hit very hard. way too hard considering how completely effortlessly the boss summons 3 of them, apparently for free, every single turn. I did gain 36 experience points. And the knowledge that, in fact, Tier 4 combat may be just a little out of our reach. One of the biggest problems we're having is that my summons are not surviving that kind of combat where they need to be able to. None of this stuff is like super exciting. I don't really think we need the swap. Don't think we need the trance. Yeah, don't think we need any of that. All right, let's try a different patient. Emmett Barker is a fascinating set of rewards. Obviously, we're not going to be able to do this, but yeah, fascinating set of rewards. A monolith totem. Interesting. Sharp is also kind of interesting. Ooh, another drain. Yeah, so let's take on one of these tier 3s. You are 232. Obviously, in particular, it would be nice to be able to get as much XP as possible because we have some very important mind points to gain. Chance for pain, hit, damage to wound. Sadly, we do not have a lot of that going on. I guess I'm okay with just going at this guy. Relieve the patient of 3 sleepiness. We can probably make that work. Why doesn't that just back out of the thing you're looking at? Yeah, alright. So I certainly would like at least 1 tier of extra insight here, because there definitely are 2 rewards I would like to take. Okay, the sleepiness is doing what sleepiness does. We got a cleanser over here. Oh, okay. I was like, what the hell is this like stilt mushroom enemy? But it's a plant statue of people in front of a hole. That makes a lot more sense. So we got here a rare sleepiness, sadly with 30% fear resist. But for the moment, dormant. It's wild how they're dormant but still awake. They're dormant but still able to perceive me approaching, which is a real shame. Alright, I think our plan is going to be... This memory is in some danger. We're going to put down a pillar right here. I'm going to not do anything just yet. So I don't want the pillar to have AP. Okay, then we're going to summon... What is it now? It's a ramming ghoulish horror ranger. You could even say that one to the tune of the song. Alright, if I summon just you, all this thing gets to do is stockpile. And now next turn, it's going to act whether we want it to or not. But also, both of our summons have spent their slow turn. And so we can just go big at this moment. So I probably just want to do as much damage as possible to this thing, because the pillar is going to detonate this and kill everybody around. So yeah, let's just wake him up with a horror. Am I in range? I am not quite in range for casting. Shoot. Didn't really think that through. Well, I could teleport forward. All right, let me lead with this. I'm definitely doing this. Welcome to the battle, friends. How much do I want to put myself in front of all of the enemies? Not very much, I think. You have 4 AP. I'm trying to figure out if I want to... You know what? If I break this... There we go. That'll grant a little bit of extra. And I think I am going to apply the marking rupturing narco dart for the first time. He's going to resist the daze. He's undazable. But he's wounded and he's marked. He's really not taking very much damage. There we go. We're getting some decent chunks there. Yeah, that ranger is loaded for bear. It really is a shame that daze didn't land, because I could have used for this thing to not have all of its AP. All right, getting good play out of those thorns. Turns out always worth casting against these mushroom enemies. Ow. Well, that hurts my face a small amount. Honestly, though, that could have been a lot worse. That could have been a lot worse. So... I mean, there's no reason not to just pop all these dudes with the missile, right? And then how much do you have left? I can punch you pretty hard, actually. Although, maybe I don't want to give too much extra AP to everybody. He's fragilized, he's poisoned, he's in the area of the discharges. He's the sole target for... Yeah, I'm gonna actually alleviating breath myself to give the last 2 AP to the ranger, and then I think between the two of them they got this. All right, one sleepiness clear. The most difficult part of the battle is over, and now it's just a matter of surviving the waves of small enemies that are coming at us. Ouch. Oh no, I'm dazed. I too can be dazed. Yeah, we'll go ahead and throw that out. I guess it's looking like I'm going to want to summon another one of these. May as well do that first. And we'll blast you. I will step forward into this thing, clear some infect stacks. And unfortunately, that has left our enemies with a lot of AP. This is safe, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's just outside of the range of the discharge. Should be okay. And hey, look at that. The totems are actually pillars rather, are actually barriering each other. That's handy. Unfortunately, the new pillar does not have thorns up. Okay. So that's a little bit of an annoying way to do that. We could step forward, put out the Horror Ranger, thorns up, and then that way we're all barriered and dealing counter damage back to the enemies. We could just rely on that for a lot of our kill. I'm going to do the awakened version of this, actually, because I'm a little worried about my health. The daze, unfortunately, is really getting to that pillar. Okay. That part's always going well. Boy, they're really focusing hard on me specifically, huh? I feel like that's not usually how that goes anymore. I am a little terrified of the damage I might take if I go very far. I guess I'm going to step up and take this just so it's taken. And then I'm going to, I suppose, well, I want to make sure you have maximum AP, don't I? Yeah, but I don't really want to go very far. I want to make sure that I am getting my my barrier here. So we'll end the turn there. But that gives our ranger maximum AP, so he can... Whew. Okay, we are for sure taking the comfort. Desperately need healing. Okay, another barrier. That's pretty cool. The waymarked route has a sleepiness on it. We don't know if this does. I might want to just take it easy from here. I think we're pretty close to what we can handle. This is not happening. Why go slow when you could go really, really fast? This might be one where we try to just fight through the aura. I know it's a lot of resistance, right? Yeah, 50, but these enemies don't have a ton of health, and it doesn't work against the pure damage. I'm probably going to have to grab that memory early on, I think. Trying to figure out where I think we want to go. I mean, honestly, the pillar right here is not terrible. It's hard to grab the memory safely. I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world if it got exploded. But I would like the tokens. All right. I'm gonna step to here, cast the first pillar back here. This is a less aggressive position, but I don't really want it getting found out right now either. Okay. That works just fine. That means we can Fuck you. That's exactly where I would have liked to summon my ranger. Whatever, it's fine. We'll put him over here so he doesn't get blown up by the initial explosion. And then gonna end turn so the pillar doesn't go off. And then this next turn we're getting live. So how do I'm gonna move in. I'm gonna grab this. That's gonna wake everybody up. And then I definitely want to throw up the thorns on somebody. I guess probably the pillar is closer to most of the enemies. Trying to figure out what I can get away with, because I don't really want to be standing here when the thing goes off. I think the answer is I need to harvest and then just get out of the way for the moment so I'm not in the explosion range of anything. Okay. Solid shooting. Turns out 50% resistance. Still not enough to make one of those things have any chance of surviving that ranger attack. Okay. So probably want to get rid of the mushrooms. Gonna go ahead and throw a heal out on myself. Was there... There's a haze over here, so there's got to be a mushroom in there, right? I've already forgotten whether there was or not. Alright, got him. No reason to let him bloom if we don't have to. And that's actually good enough. I will take one step backwards because I don't have a barrier anymore. I really do like this totem pulsing barriers thing. I don't know if it's the best strategy, but it's certainly a very fun strategy. All right, well, at this point, I think all that is left is the dormant enemy. It looks like we're mostly about to lose our people here. Let's just do some resummons. Yeah, that should be fine. Oh, really? I was expecting that guy to be actually properly dead, because when the thing exploded to do the spawn a new enemy effect, it destroyed that impulse. So this guy should not be alive. I mean, whatever, it doesn't matter. He's going to be dead soon enough. But it is annoying. Alright, so I need to move forward 2 spaces. Yeah, wake you up. I think it's worth it. And then honestly, I'm just gonna back up. Maybe I back up. No, I'm just gonna back up to here. Alright, that was probably not really necessary. You could have gone after the other guy. Alright, barrier's doing good work, though. Alright, I don't think it makes sense to do this, especially since these guys resist daze. over just punching him a million times. I think all of the punches is the correct play. Okay. I will take regen. And also, it is you, says Inner. It's nice to see Inner when we have a ton of stuff to trade. I don't think we're doing that. Recuperate. That's a lot of knowledge shards. I will probably take that, honestly. We could, since I just took the regen, we could absolutely take 50% damage for 2 awareness points. Use those to take the knowledge. I'm quite comfortable with that, actually. And then, do I want to reroll deals and see if... Yeah, you know what? Let's see if there's anything... Okay, he doesn't put up anything terribly interesting. And let's just finish it. That's a lot of knowledge shards. That's good for us. All right, so we got actually a very familiar room here, it looks like. The enemies are laid out a little bit differently. Got a couple of loose memories, which is dangerous, although that one's in a spot where it should probably be ignored. And I have almost no ability to walk places, the way this map is set up. So we're going to open with a flashing arrow. I think I can probably walk up here and be pretty safe. I think the rod probably gets summoned here, so I will walk all the way up to my allotment. I'm definitely worried about this memory. Okay, the pillar will not destroy it in that position. All right. And at this point, we're basically ready. Regen's got me back to full. That guy's going to a place that's a little awkward for me. And sadly, this impulse is now only damaging me. I mean, that's fixable though, right? Maybe that's how we reveal ourselves as I step forward and I flick the impulse over to here. Actually, I think I like that a bunch. Oh, no, it'll explode. That's right. It doesn't explode on the tile of the collision. It explodes on the tile before the collision. Do I just run down and grab the memory? That feels bad. Oh, the memory's not... No, that's right. If it would explode here and it would hit the memory. I don't know. I mean, it's not... not great. I would really like to be able to I'd really like to be able to hit that memory like when it matters more, you know? There's not actually anywhere for me to go, though. I'm going to get frightening impulsed. I guess what I'm going to do is break this. And I can't even kill you. Well, I'm going to step to here anyway to get out of the explosion. This is going to wake them up, but we were going to wake them up anyway. And then now that I'm here and I've given everybody 1,000,000 AP, I may as well finish the job by exploding their face. That gets me an extra AP. There we go. I did move out of barrier range to make that happen. Maybe I should have moved back in. Whatever. This guy, he's got it. Yeah, he's got me covered. All right, and the pillar's doing what the pillar's most important job is. It's just to draw enemy fire. All right, thank you for not only hitting me. All right, so obviously we've got a pretty good spot for the old horror missile there. Did I just get loot for the triple kill? Is that what happened? I wasn't aware that that was a way that worked. And now, obviously, we would like to advance on these enemies down here. I am for sure going to move at least this far in. Yeah, moved right here. Take myself back to full. Get a barrier. And let's see what comes of it. Because I do want to, you know, try to prevent as many transformations as possible. Was that 4 kills in one turn? That doesn't seem... Okay, whatever. It's fine. Okay, so I can move as far as here. Although I don't actually need to. I guess there's not really a good reason not to, though, right? I think from here I should still be able to land the attack. And that is certainly worth doing. And then, like... grab the memory to make sure that it is not in any danger. Okay. We really got to, like, lay this out the best possible way. I think this fight's gonna go okay for us. And again, I don't see any reason to do anything other than maximum punching. I guess right now I could stop. Both of my allies are maxed out already. We don't need to let him have the other 2 AP. Wow, that was a lot of damage. I think we can extract. We're good. Oh, do I get credit for the memories that I didn't loot? Because I would have looted them. I bet I don't. I bet I have to actually pull them. Let's see how many memory shards we get. Give me credit for 3? I should make sure. I should do that in the future. So I definitely want to grab these 2. Sharp is interesting. Might have been worth also getting. Yeah, I just don't know what the difference is between the monolith totem and the others. Why does this have a little marker on each of the spaces that it hits? Who knows? All right, Godspeed, Mr. Mustache. I did not read what your name was. It makes my job easier if I don't know a lot about you. Not easier to do, easier on me. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here that is, like, it seems to be consistently available. Demolish. Ooh, a stun effect. I don't know when we would work that in, but, like, I would like to have it. Each turn, your first skill costs 13 max HP per AP cost instead. 13%. Huh. That's interesting. That's so expensive. Yeah, I don't. That doesn't seem like a good thing to do at all. All right, I don't think we're buying any of that. We're leveling up much more slowly now. It does take over 2,000 XP to push us up a level. I mean, obviously, I'm headed toward maturity. After we get maturity, where are we going? I think we're heading into this debuff part of the tree, right? So let's have a quick look at what all these are. That's only accessible with a mastermind key, so don't even worry about it. This is wound and fragilize damage. They deal 80% less damage, but they stack up to 100 times. I mean, it feels to me like it would be difficult to get them to stack enough to offset the 80% less damage. That's weird. That's a weird one. This is oppress damage and hyper empathy damage, right? And then healing from those effects. Oppress and fragilize should, in theory, play together very well. I thought about that when I was rebuilding my skills the last time, but in the end, I concluded that it wasn't likely to be better damage per turn than just leaving the flat damage effect on, right? Because our oppress effect deals like 4 damage per trigger, and then the fragilize was like 10. And assuming I spend all 8 of my AP every turn, that's like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's worth doing. If I had some healing coming off of it, that would certainly make it more interesting. Yeah, and then like this stuff where there's a chance for your afflictions to spread around to enemies. I don't know what. I'm gonna assume that this is like the best it gets. A range of 2, like we're never going to see it. We're never going to see any kind of node that gives us a larger spread than that, but that's still pretty good. Grief resistance, the font they're using for most of their stuff does not have a C with the Cedille. This is kind of funny. It's also a familiar problem. That is not how subtlety is spelled. They got it subtly wrong. This needs a dull mind key. And this one lets us stack the same affliction on enemies multiple times. This seems like a very valuable one. Stacking damage debuff on all enemies every time an entity dies from grief damage. That's a little bit less compelling. But insidiousness and resourcefulness obviously would be very valuable. And if we could get to condescension, that would be cool. So it would be best to come over here without spending a dull mind key, because I want to use it on that. So we could just come up through the automaton stats. It's a lot of extra points, but the stuff we're picking up is not like useless, and it makes it very easy for us to grab welcoming on the way. Yeah, I think that's probably approximately the plan. And see, this has a little symbol on it in the thing as well. We might have to just experiment with it. So like, in theory, it has a lower base range than the pillar. But it has whatever that other effect is. So when I press this, I mean, there's no visible difference, right? Oh, except, hold on, is it really juicing up the effects of those abilities? Where was the pillar totem? 114 to 162. Yeah, wow. Pillar to fight at your side for 5 turns. Oh, okay. It'll charge for 1 turn and cast discharge. And when it goes off, it does this stuff. So that's what it's a charge up. Huh. Well, that's why the effects have to be better. I think that's just less good. I don't think we want to do that. Ooh. A legendary patient. With rewards that are totally fine. They're absolutely basically okay. Yeah, the enemies are all resistant to, well, you know, they're not resistant to fear damage, so that's pretty good. But that's kind of wild that, like, there's so much extra difficulty, and like, why would I do this? I guess that's like 9,000 tokens. But it's not even a good amount of XP. If you look at like the tier 4 patient, the normal tier 4 patient, well, I guess it's a green tier 4 patient that we have over here, 1,400 XP to the 1,100 here. Ooh, a weightless coat. I really, really, really would not want to drop plus 37% total discipline. It's very hard for me to imagine taking this coat off for anything other than another version, you know, another abnegation mantle. But it's cool that we're seeing some like high-level loot around here. Grunt Automaton 2. Those are actually really good traits. Summon lasts 2 extra turns and does massive bonus pain damage. Like, it wouldn't be great for us because we don't really have that many good pain damage effects in the first place. And 33%, like, damn, that's a really good Grunt Automaton. It's a shame I probably literally can't survive fighting in there because that's very compelling. Oh, interesting. That's also compelling. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on in this game. I don't need to be figuring this out right now. We're gonna call it here. That's where we're gonna call it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, I will finish marveling at these rewards. We will pick a patient. Hopefully, we will at least get enough XP to make it worth the time we spent abscising them. And, you know, we're gathering reputation or whatever. It's important, I suppose. So come back next time for loot, and we'll see you then.